Let's see. Hang on, let's text Barry back before we do anything else. No worries. Right.
Boo.
Boo. Okay. Right, that's all done anyway. Right. Let's get back to the matter in hand of my good friend.
How you doing, mate?
Yeah, you doing all? I'm doing all right, mate. Yourself?
No, not bad, mate. Not bad. Had a pretty good weekend, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Got some nice grub in me, and I've got a beer at hand, so I'm happy.
That's all that matters, isn't it? A bit full belly, full heart.
Yes. Best way. Best way.
Obviously, we set this up a bit earlier today. We were going to be having our good friend Barry from All the Beer, no idea. Sadly, he's not available. So it's just going to be me and my friend Dean.
I'll do.
Yeah, that'll do me every day of the week. No agenda. Firstly, as Thomas has quite rightly said in the chat, I don't know if she's watching. I hope she is. So hello to Wanda. Hope
Wanda.
Hope you come home soon. It's a bit quiet without you. And to be fair, I'm not enjoying my channel without her. I'm really not. It's not what I want to do. It's me ticking over at the moment. So so hopefully she's watching. I don't know if she'll be able to comment because she's watched bits and pieces and can't comment. But if not, I'll be playing pool with her in between as well. So if I look like I'm being ignorant, I'm not. I try to keep her entertained. Because sitting in a hospital room for over 2 weeks must be fucking just driving her mad. So just quick get rid of these very quickly, and then me and you will skip on, and you tell me what you're drinking. So hello to Thomas. Hello, bud.
Yeah, Tom.
Evening, Rory.
You all right, Rory?
Beer Dog Reviews. Hello, my friend. Hope you're all right, mate. I've had a bit of interaction with you. Good lad. Evening, Craig. Hope you're all right, mate.
You're all right, Craig.
A chap that I've made friends with on one of the Facebook groups, Views on Brews. Evening. Hello, the Horny Coachman from Southampton. Can't help it. It's not his fault. Another one from Thomas. Thanks ever so much, Thomas. Yeah, we're as well as can be expected, bud. And evening to Andy K. Good lad.
You're right, Andy.
So, Dean, what are you drinking, mate?
I am drinking that London Beer Factory Tiramisu Imperial Stout. I ain't got the camera mixed up in the house, but it's all right. Actually, I like that.
I think I told you I recorded my review of the tiramisu stout, but I'd done 4 beer reviews before it. So I got to the end of it with Wander Away. I thought I'd take complete what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. Brain's gone frazzled. So I thought I'd do a load of reviews in one night so I could knock them out and just get them all done. And that was the last beer I had for the evening. Now, I think we'll agree, it's quite sweet.
It's very sweet and it's very bloody oily, isn't it? It hangs around on the palate.
Yeah, and so I got to the end of the night and I was sat in here and I had 3. I'll sit over in the corner and there's a radiator by me. And I had these 3 beers lined up, and by the time I got to the end of it, it made me sick. And I mean, properly sick, violently sick. And so I did toy with the fact, excuse me, of going back in and for the first time ever putting another editing the end of the video and putting on this is what happened after the video afterwards. But because I'd had so much to drink before it, I didn't know if it had all come into account, and that's what did it. So I left the video up. I did enjoy it. It was very sweet for me, which I don't mind. But yeah, so it was. I think it's slightly different. I think it's probably the best beer I've had from London Beer Factory.
Yeah, supermarket beers go. Yeah, it's good. I mean, I'm a big fan of that Fuzzy Recall that they did with Gamma. I thought that was really good. I know that was.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
It was mixed, wasn't it? It wasn't. Some people thought it was a bit crap, and other people raved about it. I thought it was really good myself. Yeah,
I don't think I ever got around to that, did I? I don't think I ever reviewed it. It's not one that I remember reviewing. I have had that, but I don't remember reviewing it at all. It's not one that sticks in my memory. It's a nice beer as well, to be fair.
Yeah, I mean this what was it called? Zia, is it Zaya? Zaya. Yeah, I think it's pretty good, really. Yeah, I'm not getting that 9.2%. That's hitting quite nicely. It's yeah, like you say, it's very, very sweet, oily, slick.
Yeah.
Loads of you get that sort of brandy sort of thing with it.
Yeah.
Liqueur and coffee mixed together quite nicely. Yeah.
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 You've obviously had a few of the new ranges from the supermarkets. What's been your favourite so far?
Well, I said on your video, mate, and I reviewed it myself. That Thornbridge beer.
Is it Northbridge?
Northbridge.
Yeah, I like that. I've had a couple of those actually.
Magnificent beer. Really, really good.
I've gone back to, if I go in, I've got 3 new comfort beers because I can't get Lost Cosmonauts anymore. I think that's finally bit the dust in my Tesco's. I don't know if that's the range is gone now. I've no idea, to be fair. But I've had, if I go in, I pick up a can of Shoop because I quite like the Shoop. That's all right. I'm picking up the 15-mile round trip, and I quite like that. I know that's divided opinion as well. I know Rob from Hopscene said it was forgettable. I quite liked it. Each to their own. And I pick up Northbridge as well because Northbridge for me does something a bit different. Obviously, we've all got bloody West Coast and East Coast, and the East Coast become a little bit boring. Not just as a style that's just become sort of juicy haze bombs, haven't they? Whereas that one incorporates that West Coast bitterness as well, and I think it's really nice.
Yeah, it's a beautifully balanced beer. You get. I think it appealed to both East and West Coast fans because you get the best of both, don't you? You get that juicy kick, and you get a lovely, nice bit of bitterness in there.
Yeah. Well, I had to, as I said to you, I said to Barry, it's a shame you couldn't come on because I was hoping to we could push his subs up a little bit. So we'll have to arrange something for another day because Barry's a good lad. So if I've put at the top of the chat, I've put Dean's and Barry's links to their channel. Certainly go and give Barry a sub. And Dean needs some love as well because he's come back out of retirement. His 1 month or so, 6-week retirement. After being bullied.
Short and sharp retirement, wasn't it?
It's got to be the shortest retirement I've ever seen, pal. But also the most welcome.
I drink to that.
So yeah, I've got no beer in the house. I've had a week off really. Lots going on, so I thought I'd take a week off, have a bit of a laugh, and just sort of settle down. So when I sort of suggested this to Dean earlier, that we did about an hour or so, then realised I've literally I've got 2 in the fridge, but I don't want to use them because they're for certain things. So I've just dropped my son off back to his mother, so I had to hare around to the little Tesco's to pick something up to find my amusement, and I picked up, you won't be surprised by this, I picked up 1 can of that, which I'm having at the moment.
Okay.
And it wouldn't be me, Dean, without 2 boxes of Punk IPA.
Of course, I was waiting for that to make an appearance.
To be fair, I can't remember when I last had it.
It's been a while, hasn't it?
Well, yeah, it is, because with everything that's gone on, with reviews and that, so I've picked up a load of the new supermarket stuff, which has kept me busy. I've tried not to sort of bog myself down with too much drink over the last 2 or 3 weeks. It's been difficult with wanting not here, to be fair, but I had nothing yesterday. I had a few Friday night. when I was watching Simon's live, and I don't think I had anything Thursday either. So I've just taken a little bit of a back seat, to be fair.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice to just do that every now and again, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, mate. And as I've said to you in the past, I suffer with insomnia, and I'll be openly admit it, that I've used beer sometimes as a sort of way to get some sleep. And that's not somewhere you want to be at, really. I'd rather use night and drink that by the bottle.
Yeah.
Point, please.
Yeah.
So in the chat, we've got 18 people watching. What are you drinking? Always good to see what's going on. So we've got good variety. Yeah, you've got to have a good variety. We've got Sobieski. Hello, mate. Hope you're all right. Good lad to have on the channel. I think he's comments on yours as well, Dean. Northbridge is fantastic. Plenty of Lost Cosmonaut in my local Tesco, but no salt soup. I like soup.
I've had a can of that. That's pretty decent, yeah. I've always got time for Lost Cosmonauts. That's still knocking around in my Tesco's, and I get a can of that most weeks now with the shopping.
I have seen on some Facebook groups that some people have had not great cans of soup, which salt could. Careful what I say. Salt need to be a bit careful with that, because I know there are some issues with ICAT as well, where it was oxidised. And what the last thing you need as a supermarket supplier is for your beers to be unreliable, shall we say? I'm just going to skip ahead to one comment I want to put on the screen, because she's in. So, from Wanda, who's up at Great Ormond Street having a cup of tea. So, glad you got on, Wanda. Hope you're all right, Loie. And I am trying to play pool with you as well. So, I'm going to try and multitask, which, as you well know, I'm not actually that great at.
Well, you're hitting a brick wall straight away, mate, because you're a bloke.
Oh, man, it's impossible. So, I'll come back to Wanda in a minute. Love, life and death. I mean, life and death for me is a staple. If I can't find anything to drink, I'll pick them up every day of the week.
Yeah, a reliable beer, isn't it? A very reliable beer.
A vocation must be heading for supermarket supplier brewery of the year, I would have thought. Although Northern Monk must be pushing them close.
It's probably the tightest it's ever been. I mean, in the past, I think Northern Monk, for me, my personal opinion on it, have run away with it before. Yeah,
we've said that, haven't we?
Yeah. But it's a bit of a close call on this sort of time around, and you've got the likes of Salt knocking on the door, haven't you? With Tram.
Tram's fantastic. I'm a massive fan of Tram. Did you? I know John, our good friend John from Law's Brewery, was up at the Salt Tram shed the other day, and he had some beers. Did you get involved in that for him to send you any?
No, I didn't. No, I never bothered.
I've got some of those coming. So I've got 4 of them coming. I don't know what they are. I couldn't tell you. Scott, have you tried layer cake from Brewdog? I think Wanda would like it. Dean?
I loved it. I thought that was a really, really good beer.
I have had Wanda's can of layer cake. It's not going to be a shock to her. She does know, and I agree with you. I think is it a bit thin? Yeah, it is a bit thin, but I think you can forgive that for the taste of the beer.
I've always said they do a good dark beer.
Yeah.
It's never going to set the world on fire. Unless you go, if you start like messing around with their abstract stuff, then again that's a different level anyway. But being placed in a supermarket, perfectly acceptable stout.
So you weren't tempted by the highest ABV beer in the world?
Nah.
No, I'm the same. I can't. We can all do gimmick beers and things like that, but I'm not going to pay £30 for a shot. I'm not. I can't justify that.
I start shaking if I spend 28 quid on a big 750 bloody aged bottle of beer. So for 40 mil, it ain't got a cat in hell's chance with my wallet.
And let's be honest, it can't be nice, can it? It can't be.
Ooh, nah, not for me.
No. I've had all three from Magic Rock, Faith from Northern Rock, and Joy Paul from Thornbridge today. You must have had a good day, I thought. Faith's all right, and Joy Paul's not so great in cans, much better in bottle.
Yeah, I found that. It was one of them beers that first got me into it back in the day when all their range was 500 mils, solid, absolutely solid, and that sort of like they were one of the first to sucker me into it all. And I can remember having it years and years ago, and I thought it was a fantastic IPA back then. Does it still hold up today? Yeah. Well, the jury's out on that one, I guess.
I think it does, but I think it does in a sit and don't think about it scenario. It's not one. Not that beer. And I think that's where it's at now. There's far superior stuff. Is it bad? No, I don't think it's bad. I think it's all right. Yeah. So Greg in Bulmer's Beer Reviews. Hello, mate. Hope you're all right. Keep going with your channel. You're doing really well. Nice to see.
How do, Greg?
It's nice to see the I still count myself as a new guy, really. I don't know. I do. It's weird. I'm probably never seen myself as any different.
We're all new to it, mate. We're all new to it.
I boxed 3 people today. I was having a fucking right go. I don't usually, but if you're going to spout nonsense, fuck off. You know me, and it took a lot because usually I sort of get involved with them, and I didn't today. I did quite well. Alan and Fiona, if you haven't, the guys in the chat, we've got 20 people watching. If you haven't subscribed to Alan and Fiona, Spice and Easy, go and give them some love. They are lovely people, and they deserve to get to 1,000 subscribers. Craig says all the best to Wanda. Appreciate that, Craig, and also appreciated your message last weekend on Messenger, letting me know that you were thinking about us. So, cheers, mate. Hi, Wanda. We all miss you. Our channel misses you. I know that. It's fucking boring without you. What do you think I came up with the back verse in the beer? It gives me something to fucking do.
It could be worse. You could be banging your head against the wall, mate, couldn't you?
Hang on, mate. Just.
Oh, you got a crucial shot then, have you?
Yeah. Yes. Someone just alerted me that was a bit weird. Andy K says hi to Wanda. Wanda said, "It's fine. Just focus on your live, and I will watch. I promise to be on my best behaviour." Ronnie Coachman, hope your child is doing well, Wanda. Appreciate your message, mate. That's very kind of you. It's all Yorkshire. It is all Yorkshire. Vocation, Northern Monk, Salt. It's all Yorkshire.
Yeah. Yorkshire dominance.
It is, isn't it? Absolutely. It's absolutely spot on, alley up. Wanda said hello, everyone. Hopefully back soon. Yeah, the answer is a shithole. Looking forward to a nice drink. So Wanda today, I don't know if this is supposed to be public knowledge or not, but I'm going to say it anyway. I don't give a shit. So Wanda's favourite drink is Cocodocus from Staggeringly Good. I've had a bit of not banter, but a bit of communication with one of the owners, Joe, today, because I got a message saying that somebody wanted some stuff shipped to them. So I passed on his details, explained where Wanda was, and asked if Cocodocus would be being rebrewed this year because it would give her something to look forward to, and was met with it'll be out for Halloween. So the lady is extremely happy, and it's being made this time with I will quote the message so I don't get it right. I don't get it wrong. Pardon me. Using real chocolate from a chocolatier in France. So that should be
go the whole log and just make it a core beer, for God's sake.
yeah, just make sure you've got a pallet ready for Wanda. It's a cracker, absolute cracker. Once they got some new stuff in, I'll send you some up because
Cool.
it's if it's any, I don't know, they make it better from last year. To be fair, I only had layer cake on draft, thought it was decent. I don't see a problem with layer cake. I know some people don't like it. I think they're wrong.
Yeah, no, I really loved it. I don't know. Well, I guess it works for a lot of people, and a lot of other beer reviews can maybe chirp in on it. It's the going back and buying it again that counts, doesn't it? That seals the deal, doesn't it? You know, is it a beer worthy to pick up again off the supermarkets? And for me, layer cake all day long, especially in the winter. Nice little company.
Well, that's what the supermarket beers are there for, isn't it? Is to make them accessible and things to go and buy. We've all got our favourites that we do go and buy. Would that be one of them? Is it something I pick up all the time? No. Wanda hasn't had it yet. I'm sure she'll probably like a can of that because there is a nice sweetness, cakiness to it. And as you said, it isn't that. Even the 7%, I'm not getting 7% out of that.
No.
There's no alcohol burn or anything in there. It's a perfectly acceptable £3 beer.
I haven't come across that other one that Morrison's have got. Is it
Choco Libre? No, I'm going to head up to. I'm off tomorrow. I'm off till Thursday, so I'm going to head up to Morrison's tomorrow morning and see what I haven't reviewed out of the Morrison's range, to be fair, and see if they've got that in there. Because I think there's that. The other one I haven't had a look at yet is from Tesco's, is the Northern Monk one, Scaffel.
I had a can of that the other day when we just had a WhatsApp chat, didn't we?
Yeah.
I had a can of that then. Yeah.
You said you like that, didn't you?
I thought it was all right. Yeah.
I think the only couple of Northern Monk beers I haven't liked is that tropical world, that milkshake smoothie thing that was in Tesco's, because it was just all concentrate and fruit, and I didn't like. And I know they've admitted there was an issue with it. That Guava Have Faith. Yeah. That was just.
We did that on the live, didn't we? And that was just an absolute bloody mess in the glass, wasn't it? That beer.
They've come out and said that there was a problem with suspended protein or something, and they're looking into it. It was a glass full of fucking cinnamon, wasn't it? It was horrendous.
I've just seen no end of Facebook posts, so exactly the same carbon copy picture. It's just a suspended mess in a glass, you know, and it's not good. It's not good, but if they correct it, then fair play to them, you know.
And it's unusual for them because they don't make mistakes like that generally, do they?
No. Again, tip top Northern Brewery.
Right, let's whack through these. Owen Alderson, hello mate, hope you're all right. Evening Dean, evening Scott, hope you're both well. Massive fan of the new Morrison's and Tesco supermarket range at the minute, particularly Northern Monk. Don't disagree with that. The fact that Northern Monk, obviously, they're a spit and a sort of a jump from Morrison's in Bradford. I think Morrison's are in Bradford, aren't they? And Northern Monk are in Leeds, so they obviously got a good relationship that way. No, we're fine, thank you. Faith is quality. Cool beer. Absolutely good cool beer.
Yeah, Faith, yeah. And the variations of it as well. There's been some excellent ones.
Beer Dog Reviews. Just want to take a second to send massive congratulations to Scott and Wanda for hitting their 1K. Firstly, thank you for that. Thank you for everyone that subscribed. We do appreciate everybody. There is a story behind that, and I might get into that later. Because I've made a bit of a fuck up. Brian the Beer Snob, sorry late. Better late than never. There's no such thing as late when you're with me and Dean. You're here. Views and Brews. Beer Hut beers are smashing it. I can't read that. Kill, Northern Ireland. Not sure if you get those over in England. I've not heard of them, have you?
Who's that? I can have a job to see the comments because I'm on my phone.
Beer Hut beers are smashing it. Kill in Northern Ireland. Not sure if you get those over in England.
No,
I've not heard of them. Oh, just sorry, I missed one. Al from Spice and Easy. Al is Mr. Elvis Juice. I did hear. I read the other day that Brewdog have just lost their latest court case against the Elvis estate for that, haven't they?
Yeah, I heard something on, I forget where it was now, but I saw something banding about that again. I think it's just gonna be one of them cases that just goes on and on and on, isn't it?
Yeah. And the trouble is, Brewdog won't let it go, will they? So it'll just bang on for ages.
Yeah.
Oh, they'll just
they'll end up doing a collab together, like that beer that they did with the German.
Nah, that was it was just a publicity stunt, wasn't it? Our good friend Paul for Paul Beers Reviews.
You all right, Paul?
Congratulations on your wedding, mate. Saw your pictures on Facebook. Hope married life is treating you well. You're 4 days in, divorced by the weekend. Paul's a good lad. Paul's all right. So, Sobieski, I spent best part of £40 in Marks and Spencer's yesterday. Most were very average. Only the Burnt Mill High Hopes and Magic Rock Radiant Fog shone through. But, High Hopes is a decent beer.
Yeah, Burnt Mill.
I liked if you got it, Sobieski, and Dean would agree, the Arbor, the Cafe Creme or something?
Cafe Creme, yeah. Yeah, another solid dark beer. Finisher beer, that's what I'd call a finisher beer because of the sweetness in it. If you've had a dash, just to finish things off with that. Good stuff.
To be fair, the only thing I didn't like about that beer that it wasn't in a 5, 6, 8 mil like all the other stuff. That grated me.
Yeah. Proper fine can.
So our friend Thomas says hello to Paul. Sobieski, how's married life? He'd be divorced by the weekend if normal marriage. I am joking, Paul. Hi, Paul. Paul says, hi, Thomas, how are you? I like reading the comments. I like it when Wanda does it better than me. She says it with a nice voice.
She'd be good on radio, wouldn't she, Wanda?
Yeah, she found. Yeah, she found a little niche with the comments. I think she worked with the mess that was the Duval stream with Simon, where I was talking in code, and Simon was holding on for dear life. She ran the stream for probably an hour. I would have thought where she was probably the only coherent person on the whole stream.
Yeah.
It was she doesn't realise what a star she is sometimes. Hello everybody. Anybody got to their local Morrison's and find they didn't have the new range of beers? Very annoying. Dean.
My one, they trickled in. They just trickled in. It was like basically one a week. And it was quite random where they were situated. They weren't even in the beer aisle, and they weren't even on the arse end of the beer aisle. They were next the next aisle down, which is wines and spirits.
Really?
Yeah. A fucking layout that was, but they've corrected it now and moved it into the craft beer. You know, they've got that little section, haven't they, in Morrison's, and they've managed to sort of put it all in there now.
Right.
But different bats to begin with.
So I've said before, I've got 2 Morrison's in Portsmouth. One I can walk to more or less in about 10 minutes, and I've got another one over there. They might as well be napalmed because there's fucking nothing in them. It's a waste of time. So the 15-mile round trip that's in Tesco's is my trip to Morrison's to get any beers, to be fair, because I have to go about 15 miles there and back to get anything.
Yeah, it is annoying though, isn't it? It is annoying because you'd expect a a level playing field, wouldn't you, with the same bloody company?
But it's the same. It's the same with the Tesco's. I know people have struggled to get the stuff in the Tesco's as well. It's the trouble is when you shout and scream, and I agree. I actually agree with this. When you shout and scream, new beer range, then you've got to make sure they're available.
Say that again, chap.
I said when you shout and scream, new beer range, you've got to make sure they're available. You're right.
Yeah, no, I had a job to hear you then, mate.
I say that's right, mate. I said when you release a new beer range and you shout and scream about it, you've got to make sure they're available for everybody to buy. And when you've got these Tesco's things that some have them, some don't have them, some Morrison's don't have them. It's and people, they see these things on Instagram and Twitter and all that. They expect to be able to go into their Tesco's and Morrison's to pick them up, and you shouldn't have to run fucking 20 miles to go and get them.
Yeah, you think it's a given, don't you? I mean, when they bought that the triple Carmelet out in the big 750, when they released that came straight into my Tesco's, to be fair, and then it just disappeared. And it disappeared for, I mean, how long's that beer been out for now? A couple of months, give or take?
Yeah, it's got to be.
And it literally appeared back on the shelves in abundance last week, the back end of last week. But yeah, it came and it just went. And there was a massive gap in between. I'm thinking, when the bloody hell is it going to come back in again? Because that's for a £5, that's a belting beer. And
don't disagree with that. It's and in a decent sized bottle as well.
Yeah, you can't knock it. 750 beer for bloody £5 all day long.
So Thomas says the only problem with layer cake is it's €5.50 in Ireland. Fuck me, really? That's disgusting. I wouldn't pay that. No, I wouldn't go.
It's a raw deal, that is, though, isn't it? That's not really.
Yeah, I wouldn't be going anywhere. It's all right, but I wouldn't be going anywhere near that for that price. They could stick it.
Yeah.
Spotted Easy Fiona. Hello, Fiona. I hope you're all right. Hi, Bo. Thanks for the shout out, Scott. Hope you're holding up okay, Wanda. As I said, go and give Spice and Easy some love. They're good people. When Wanda's back, we'll be on their channel at some point because we've got to rearrange something that was arranged when Wanda was absolutely hammered. It was quite really good. But I've got a calendar to prove it because she was writing people's birthdays all over it. It was hilarious. The Hortley Coachman. Drinking a few Crown and Glory by Cheddar Ales.
Cheddar Ales. I think I've had a couple of beers from them before. The name rings a bell.
Yeah, I've not had anything from Cheddar Ales. Whereabouts in Southampton are you, Hortley Coachman? I'm interested in that. Because you've got Steam Brew. Is it Steam Brew up in Bishopstoke? I need to get up there as well at some point. One day I'll have a chocolate stout for you, so you don't miss it out. She ain't gonna be happy with you. Fiona says hello to Thomas. Thomas says hi. Let's crack through, get rid of all these comments, and we can crack on.
I tell you what, I was going to ask you.
What, bud?
What's happened to Mr. Ronald? He disappeared off the face of the earth.
Yeah, I think I don't know. I don't know about you. It's hard keeping up with everybody. It is. Yeah. So you get people that you watch, sort of semi-religiously, and there's not enough time in the day to fit everyone in. And I'm a bit like, I don't want to watch anybody's reviews before I get to the beer because I don't want to prejudice myself on what people think. And then sometimes I see like these things pop up and I think I'll go back to that, and I don't for whatever reason. I'll just move on with what I've done in the day. So I'm quite sad to see that because I know he's been around the YouTube scene commenting. His name's Kieran, I think, for a few years.
Oh, he's been, I mean, I've had no end of messages off the bloke and Instagram messages as well now and again, and he just seems to have completely dropped off the radar, which is a shame.
It is. But you'll appreciate this, and I'm finding that a little bit at the minute. The enthusiasm to turn on the camera can sometimes wane a little bit. And it can not become a chore, because it's not, but it's hard to keep going sometimes.
Yeah, it is. You get that. You know, a lot of people talk about New England IPA burnout. You know, the same, and you can get a little bit like that doing beer reviews. I mean, I always tend to find if you can mix it up a little bit with styles and just chop and change as much, it doesn't make it the fucking, you know, the same old sort of stuff.
Well, that's why
it still applies.
Yeah, well, that's why we started doing other bits and pieces. To be fair, because I have to keep Wanda interested. It's not just about me, and she's good as gold. You know, she was sitting there, and I have to prize her into the shed sometimes. She's quit probably 7 times. I've quit twice. You know, it's when there's 2 of you involved, it does put it can put a strain on your relationship. I like doing this. I enjoy doing it, and I've never made any bones about that. I like having fun, and I like Wanda having fun as well, and I like to get her personality out there. And without her here at the moment, I am struggling a bit. I've done some videos, but I can't say that any of those videos genuinely have I enjoyed making.
You've just done it for the sake of having to do something.
Yeah, it gives me something to do. I can sit and do the reviews and then a bit of editing. So it's obviously I like the beers. I like doing the beers. I like doing the reviews for the beers. But it's my hobby, and I enjoy my hobby. But I enjoy it more when she's next to me, because I miss that bouncing off each other.
Yeah.
And calling her a dickhead.
The classic, shut your face, the classic one.
Face. I haven't done it.
You haven't said it for a while, though, have you?
No, I don't think I have. I can't remember the last time I did that at some point. And what one was it? It was a review, and I put it into a Facebook group. It was just said someone telling his missus to shut her face. I'm like, yeah. Fuck off.
All said in jest, isn't it? But obviously it gets blown out of proportion.
Of course it is. I'm abusing my.
Lots of things do.
Of course it is. The fucking world's gone mad, isn't it? Off to eat some onion and chili bargee bites, beer food, lol. Have a good one. Cheers, Alan. Duff Blimp, Sobieski, yeah, agreed. I prefer the roasty, toasty stout, coffee stouts and barrel-aged stouts. I can't disagree with that.
You can't beat a good barrel-aged stout.
Yeah, I've done a few. I've done a lot on the. Obviously, now coming into winter, there'll be hopefully a few more. I know Vocation like a barrel-aged stout. I'd see Staggeringly Good are doing any. I don't know if they do that sort of stuff. It'd be interesting. I know on Wednesday I'm not going to make it. Fall and Acorn are doing. I did that Sif-Faced, the oatmeal stout. They've got a Revenge of the Sif-Faced being launched on Wednesday. I think that's 11.5%. So I'll have to try and get hold of a can of that, because that could be pretty decent.
You really enjoyed the regular one, didn't you?
I've been over to the tap room a couple of times, and Wanda will sit and have a couple of those. It's easily drink. Well, I pick I'll get on well with Tim, the barman, the manager over there. I'll pick some up and I'll send some up, because they're all right there. I like them. The list is listening. Cheer up. Fuck off, Paul. Can we get off? Can we everybody unfollow Paul? I'm joking. What have we got here? Arbor Cafe Creme does not compare to Sweet Temptation. I think they're different.
I think
different styles, aren't they?
The the difference in them two for me, I would say the Sweet Temptation by name is a hell of a lot sweeter. I think there's a little bit more adjunct gone into that beer than the Caf Creme. Maybe.
Yeah, the Caf Creme is more of a coffee stout, isn't it? Like an old sort of a sweeter coffee stout, but
yeah,
it's by no means on the sweet radar of Sweet Temptation. I noticed. I've just seen the comment, the next one, which is by Paul. Cafe Creme versus Sweet Temptation would be interesting. I completely agree.
So it's a good taste off.
Slightly different. Beer Dog reviews. Haven't managed to get out Morrison's or Tesco's yet. They're not big stores, so I'm not holding out much hope. Nope.
If it's a small store, you're stuffed anyway, aren't you?
Well, you're wasting your time even looking, aren't you?
Yeah, basically.
Paul says, well impressed with the Morrison's launch. Some lovely beers there.
We're well and truly spoiled, aren't we? As beer lovers, for just quick grab beers, we're proper spoiled.
You look at the I don't know, on certain Facebook groups, should we say, UKCBF, these beers and the breweries involved in the beers, they get a bit of a harsh deal. They're looked down on, they're sneered at, but the quality of the beers that are in supermarkets now, if you said that to us 3 years ago, we would have laughed in your face.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, some of the high regarded names that go onto these beers that land on the supermarket shelves, it's just even now you have to pinch yourself and thinking, hang on a minute, how's that happened? I mean, the Cloudwater one, the Brewdog and the Cloudwater one.
Yep.
That was a little bit of a tipping point for me, seeing Cloudwater there, and it was like, wow. And on the same respect, you've got people that are big Cloudwater fans sort of like turning their back a little bit, thinking, nah, I'm not having any of that.
Well, yeah, look, I know it's not available in all of them, but Omnipollo sat on a supermarket shelf.
Crazy, isn't it?
Ridiculous. Utterly ridiculous.
You'd think it was an April Fool's trick, wouldn't you?
It's bonkers. And you got the other one. It was the one that did Salt on Pomona Island.
Yeah.
Was that Shoop, the Pomona Island one?
Shoop, yeah, the collab, yeah.
Evil Twin. You could just go on and on and on.
Yeah, we won't mention the Modern Times beer.
I haven't got any toilet cleaner.
Oh God.
Let's not mention that. I went to Morrison's especially to try and buy them. I'll tell you what you want to do, Duff Blimp. Right, this is to you and everybody else in the chat. Morrison's. And if you're on Instagram, message Mozza Beers, and they will really approachable people. Bloke, I don't know if it's one bloke or a team. I've no idea. But direct message Mozza Beers, and they will tell you where these beers are available close to you. Because I've done it. Really approachable. Domino's not so much from Tesco's. He seems to be a bit standoffish, but Mozza Beers are superb for me. He's a really, really approachable guy.
That's good to hear, isn't it? Comparing both sellers, shall we say, people that are pushing these beers onto us.
Yeah,
that's good. That's good to hear.
I've messaged him a few times. I asked him if I could buy the Omnipollo direct from him. He said it was more than his job was worth. Proper luck.
Well, don't ask, you don't get, mate, innit? That's how it works.
Morrison's a shite. I live in this is Sobieski. I live in northwest London and I have 4 Morrison's within 15 minutes from me. I still haven't got hold of Tram. You're missing out on Tram. It's a cracker. I managed to pick all up the new Tesco releases within a week from 2 stores. It's a fucking lottery. It is.
Yeah, and it shouldn't be.
£5.50. Sorry, Duff Drink, 5.5 euros in Ireland. Doesn't surprise me. Beer is a rip-off in Ireland. It's the import. Because I sent Thomas some stuff. I think we talked about this, or I talked about it with somebody. I've sent Thomas some stuff. He sent me some stuff this last year, and he said don't put his alcohol because it won't get through the border. And I always put energy drinks.
It's crazy though, isn't it? It's absolutely bloody crazy.
Yep.
I mean, it's going to be. I think we're coming into that silly season again, aren't we? We're just changing the subject slightly, but keeping it on supermarkets.
Yeah.
All this bloody panic buying rubbish again. It looks like that's going to be kicking off.
Where did I go this morning? I popped into Lidl's to get some pasta and that for dinner. Because I've had little in today. Well, I say little, and he's fucking almost as tall as me. And bog rolls are all gone. It's like, right.
Yeah. Bog roll, flour, pasta.
Yeah, because
it's all going down. It's all thinning out.
What's wrong with people? Stop it. Stop it now. And wear a fucking mask. Right, that's my point. Slap bang in the city centre, Scott. Oh, okay. City centre of Southampton. So you've got Dancing Man, you've got Unity, you've got Tap It, you've got a few over there. Some good stuff over there. I like the stuff I've had from Unity has been really good.
That's Southampton City, is it?
Yeah, he's over in Southampton. So the stuff I've had from Unity, a mate of mine gave them to me. All really good stuff. Really good. Really impressed with them.
I went to a lovely. I can remember. I think it was last year or the year before. Me and the missus, we took our kids down to Southampton because they were going away with their grandparents on a cruise.
Yeah.
And we spent the day down there, and we had to wander around and stuff.
That was when the first time we were going to do a live, wasn't it? Around that time.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I found a lovely little Belgian bar in the city somewhere, and that was fantastic. That was. Had something to eat in there, and it was really good.
So, in the beer snob, guys in the chat, we've got 18 watching. Go and give Brian some love. Nice guy. Go and subscribe to his channel. He's fairly new on the scene, so go and give him some love. Let's share the love around. I'm assuming that's between me and Wanderer, not me and Dean. The interaction between the pair of you and your videos is unbelievable. I don't know. I thought we did a decent fucking beer review, me and you, Dean. My go-to man. Whenever I'm in the shit, I know where I'm going.
And vice versa.
Yeah. Simo, hello, bud. Hope you're all right. I'm going to make Simo one of my fucking. I know. Paul's one of my moderators. I don't think I need moderators anyway. What are you both drinking? Go on, Dean. You tell us. Tell us what you do. You still on the
I'm drinking the London Beer Factory tiramisu Imperial Stout, Paul.
And what have you had today?
Nearly gone. It's lovely. I really like it. Yeah, it's good.
And what else you had?
What else have I had today? I've had a few German beers.
When you start looking like an alky.
Yeah, I've had more than a hand's worth of beers.
That's all right.
I'm keeping in theme because it's Oktoberfest, so I've done a lot of German beers today. And I had I had a can of Lost Cosmonauts while I was peeling the spuds.
I fucking love Lost Cosmonauts. I watched. Did you see our good friend Mr. McFadden did Lost Cosmonauts today?
He did indeed. I commented on him.
Yeah, I commented because a legend, an absolute legend, and he's absolutely right. It's a fucking blinder, absolute blinder. Isn't it?
Yeah, it really is. It's excellent. I mean, he's been going more or less the same time as Simon. He has 10 years there or thereabouts. Yeah, old school, proper old school, old Danny.
I'm just going to jump about 4 comments ahead. Here it comes. Are you ready? Are you steady?
Fucking hell. You managed to get your fucking head from underneath that tap then.
Yeah.
You've been under that blade, haven't you, all fucking afternoon?
No, I haven't, mate. Look.
So, before we get into the chat, I need to get to somebody very, very quickly. So let me just skip through a few of these comments. Duff Blimp, cheers, Scott. Simo says, at Sobieski, need a big-ish Morrison's to be able to get them, which is absolutely correct. Simo, I've got two near me, and they are loaded with beer. And the comment I wanted to get to, because we've literally just been talking about the man, and he's an absolute fucking legend, is Mr. So Fucking Drunk, Mr. McFadden, the DEANS Beer Show. If you're not subscribed to Danny McFadden, the So Fucking Drunk, then there's something mentally wrong with you.
Isn't he on a sabbatical at the moment, or?
Danny's on a permanent sabbatical. He loads his stuff up and then drip feeds it out one a week on a Sunday.
Yeah. One every Sunday from Danny.
One every Sunday, without fail, whether you want it or not.
Yeah.
And Danny is an actor and a really, really, really nice man.
Top bloke, Danny. Top bloke.
Yeah.
So thanks for joining, Danny. We need to get you on. I know you're on your sabbatical, and I've spoke to Dean about certain bits and pieces, but we will have you on here because I want to talk to you. To be fair,
yeah, I do as well. I've got a million and one things to ask him. I don't mind drinking a Coke. It's got a rum in it.
We can have a with Mr. McFadden on there. I am all up for that every day of the week. So anyway, let me smash through these comments and then I'll come back to the idiot that's just joined us. Sobieski, there'll be big Morrisons near me. I think the demographics hold them back. I don't disagree with that either. Lee W.
Oh, he's a Leeds fan.
Hello, bud. Yeah, Lee.
Get him off. Get him off.
Scott, you're working hard as hell. Well, it's something to do, mate, to be fair, while my good lady's away. Need to get up to North. Go and give Brian a sub if you haven't done so already. He's all right. Oh, pardon me. My good mate Reese from my company of work. You want to check out the Overdraft in Shirley and Southampton. Also, they have an Overdraft in Winchester. They have a collab beer with Unity called Stylus. I'll have a look at that Reese. Just up to Brian. Well done, Thomas. He says, thank you. I'm just going to get through and then we'll say hello to Barry. Mrs. let you on, did she? Or are you sneaking in?
She's woken up now, mate. She's woken up. She actually said to me, she said, I thought you were doing that thing. I said, well, you were sleeping, you weren't very well.
He was across that room like fucking shit off a shovel with his phone, wasn't he?
I was that.
Set a land speed record across that room.
Well, it was right next to me anyway, so it's just...
Right, hang on. So I'm on whatever I can pull out of this mix, bottom Lord's Brewing. Lord's Brewing, they've got go and get some stuff from Lord's. Nice man. Not that fuck my channel. I'll advertise what the fuck I like. I think they've got some. They've knocked all the prices down on the beer. Go and check them out. In 2 seconds, I'm going to put a link in their channel. I'll tell you what I'll do. Simo, I'm going to make you a moderator, bud. Can you put the link for Lords in the channel, please?
You're getting a bit technical now, aren't you?
I'm going to try. Right, Simo, I've only used a moderator, mate. Can you put a link to Lord's Brewery's website in the chat, please? Viewing in the afterlife.
And make it simple. Send it to Dean, because... I'm fucking useless. Excuse my French.
Another new guy on the scene, guys. I don't know if you've seen him. Big Sip Reviews. Scott, you should have done the Stella out of the bottle much better than the can. I went for the cheap option. It was around the shop around the corner.
What you on, Dino?
It's an old beer 52 bottle that I've dug out. A cranberry Baltic porter. Handshake Oleanor.
Oh, okay.
Estonian.
Oh, I think I've had some of their stuff.
Hang on. So Duff Blimp, I'm subscribed to Sofa. I'm sane. So, Mr. McFadden, viewing this from the afterlife.
That's all right. We're doing it from the afterlife.
Yeah, I fucking died years ago. Jaeger. What have we got? Evening. Any excitement for that Imperial Hefeweizen Cloudwater just pay out? I can't bloody wait to get it. I haven't seen that. Anyone seen that?
New one on
I haven't seen it, mate. It sounds good to me, though.
Imperial.
That sounds something I'd like to try.
Yeah.
An Imperial one as well. Different.
Dog's just sub to the Beer Snob. Go and give Beer Dog reviews a sub as well. They're all saying hello to each other. Paul's put the Lords in there for me. Well done, Paul. Cheers, mate.
Cheers, Paul.
Go
He
and
obviously knows I'm a bit of a wally. Put it that way.
You can swear on my channel, I don't care. I'm not monetised yet. I was for 30 minutes. I pushed the wrong fucking button. No, really half live. Have you tried the new 99 flake stout from Tiny Rebel? No, I haven't.
I did look at it.
It's on order. It should be here this week.
Is it $5.75? Isn't it from Tiny Rebel? I think it is. A can.
Yeah, it's
Or you get a bit cheaper for 6 and 12, didn't you?
it's 9.9%, I think, as well. Isn't it? So 99.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it's on order. Well, I'll have a look at it this week when it comes. We're all up to date with the comments. So at that time, what we're going to do is I'm going to introduce this man here, which is all the beer, no idea. If you don't sub to Barry, go and give Barry some love. Go and give him a sub because apart from being a bit of a twat, he's actually quite watching.
Yeah, watch me because I'm useless.
We had 19 lives yesterday.
Hey? Oh, you're fucking, yeah. Jesus Christ, yeah. Yeah,
that's what I
said.
What are you doing?
Who, me? Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Which one are you going to select to go live on?
Hang on a minute.
I bloody you sent me a message, didn't you, Mon?
Dean,
you sent me a message and I clicked on it and I pressed back and I come out the whole thing. And then I forgot how to do everything.
You weren't the one
going everywhere.
You were the one, Dean, sat on StreamYard wondering where the fuck he'd gone, getting all ready to go.
I saw the first one pop up and I thought, oh, yeah, cool, fair play to him. He's starting to dabble with the old life. Yeah,
you messaged me. I did get back.
I put it on and waiting for him. I thought I'll give it a couple of minutes because he might not know how it's all going and everything. And I thought, fuck this, come off it. And then there was another 5 popped up. I thought, what are you doing?
It was hilarious, mate. Hilarious. He must have looked at me and thought, Jesus, what the hell is he fucking doing? I got it sorted now, though. I got a rough idea what to do now.
Your one earlier, mate, was absolutely sound. Absolutely sound.
Like I said to you, it is the weirdest feeling going on live.
Well, because you're not just talking to the camera. You're talking to people that could, and you're absolutely right, people that could possibly be watching. And we're all used to switching on the camera. I say used to it. I'm still not used to it now. But you switch on the camera, you speak your waffle for what you got to say, and then you turn it off, and then you go off and sit and edit it. You're not actually physically talking to anybody. You're talking to the camera. When you do live, obviously you're still talking to the camera, but there's a possibility that other people are watching and commenting along, and it is a completely different beast.
Do you know what? I can't do a review with my missus there, and not for that reason. Not for the reason that I'll get in trouble. You know what I mean? She said to me, "You're going to do a review sometimes," and I said, "Yeah, I'll do it in a minute when you go." What? You can't do it? I'm like, "No, I can't. Too embarrassed to." She goes, "So you can't do a review in front of me, but you can post it up for possibly the potential of millions of different people to look at you." I go, "Yeah."
There are mices near me either.
Yeah. Hey, you got to be careful. You get too cozy with how it is at the moment.
You what, bud?
You're getting too cozy with how it is at the moment.
I'm not. I don't like it. I've got to be honest. I don't like it. I don't like being just me on my own. It's horrible. It really is horrible.
I don't know how Dean, obviously, because Dean's doing videos on his own, and obviously it's how I've started out. So it's going to be weird for me on Friday, obviously with somebody else there. Won't be as weird because I'm kind of in charge of that, aren't I?
Different dynamic. Having somebody sat next to you is a different dynamic. It really is. Obviously, that's what I started with. So
it's interesting to hear that you find it weird on your own.
Yeah, it's the reverse for you, and it's Scott doing solos.
Yeah. So obviously, most of the other guys out there, including you, is man and can, and there's nothing wrong with that. And I'm not saying that I don't like that. I do. I like watching it. I enjoy watching it. It's not what I started out to do, and I do find it hard because and I've said this for ages. Wanda has no appreciation of what she brings to our channel. Genuinely, she doesn't like being filmed, and it you guys know how many times me and Wanda fall out about this fucking channel. But genuinely, when she's on form, and she has been on form for probably 6 months this year, and really invested in the channel, she's solid gold. She really is.
Yeah. You bounce off each other. And I actually think she quite enjoys it as much as you say she doesn't. I think when she's actually in front of it and she's flowing and coming out with complete rubbish, it just makes me laugh at times. And I mean that in an affectionate way, probably like most people would.
Well, she admits she makes up her own words as she goes along. She's got no idea. But genuinely also that she's found a large portion of the beers this year. She's the one that I'll come home from work or whatever, and I'll get, "Have you seen this? Have you seen this?" So she's
on the ball, isn't she? On the ball.
She is, mate. She's more on the ball than I am.
She's the kind of woman you want, mate. For the beer side of things.
She's an absolute star. I'm going up there on Tuesday and staying over. So, yeah, I miss her. I miss her in life. Let alone the fucking beer reviews. It's horrible. Beer reviews. Looking forward to you and your daughter's review this week, Barry. Friday.
Thank you, Paul.
Yeah, Paul. Barry, plug your review, mate.
Okay. Doing a review of Triple Hazy from Brewdog with my daughter. Anyone that doesn't know, she's special needs. She's leaving home a week tomorrow. So I just thought it would be nice to do a review with her before she leaves, a bit of a dad and daughter thing before she goes, because she has a little bit of an interest in the old craft beer. So Friday night, roughly about 6:30, we'll be going live and reviewing Triple Hazy. So please come along to watch. Be kind, obviously. And it's not for my channel. I'm not doing this for my channel. I'm doing it for my daughter. So she can see, hopefully, all the people that watch and get some nice comments. So that's it. So cheers, Scott, for that, mate.
No, you're welcome, mate. So,
and thanks for setting me up as well, again, even though it took 3.5 weeks to just literally get a chat going.
No. As I said, I've got all the time in the world for the both of you, and certainly with you, Barry. I know you're a complete technophobe, and I know Dean's not much better on these things. To be fair, as he'll admit, where if I can help out, I always will. I've got time for it.
On the next spot, mate. I'm awesome. phone and fucking internet. And I ain't got a clue. Yeah.
A foreign word editing. Fucking ain't got a clue, mate.
Yeah, fucking hell.
Oh, hang
Jesus,
on.
I can't crop a photo.
Does that include putting a title of the video in? Is that deemed as editing?
Christ, that's all I can do, mate. Never mind a laptop and thumbnails and that shit.
Oh, no.
You just get them scary things where I look half cut, as Scott said.
One the other day, he looked absolutely bollocks, was just absolutely hilarious. It's one of my favourite thumbnails I think I've ever seen in all my life.
Actually, if you look back, I think it's one of the Wickwar beers that I done. It's either the IPA or the Station Porter.
Right.
Now, if you think the one the other day looked bad, this one, I look like I've been dragged out the pub about 2 a.m. and I'm trying to have a conversation with the beer. Honestly, looks hideous, man.
So Adam from Motor Geeks is in. Hello, Adam. I hope you're all right, mate.
Yeah,
Top man, nice guy. We've got Beer Dog looking forward. So Beer Dog reviews is saying he's looking forward to that, Barry. What sort of time are you looking at, Bass?
6:30. Looking around the 6:30 mark, so give or take 5 minutes. But I'll try and get it bang on for 6:30.
Okay. Well, we'll be there, mate. You know that. We'll support you. I saw you planning to go live, Barry. I see I got like 600 notifications or something.
Yeah. I'll get it right this time. It will just be one, hopefully.
Right. If my monetization comes through and I can share it. So what happened was, this is absolutely true. So obviously me and Wanda hit 1,000 subscribers this week. I put in for the monetization of the channel. That was approved on Friday. I got home, was going through it all. I got completely distracted by somebody talking to me, and I ended up demonetizing my channel after 30 minutes.
Scott doesn't want to be big and famous.
It's got to be the quickest monetized channel in YouTube history. I was like, yeah, ding, 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 ding. I saw proceed. So I'm like, yeah, proceed. Are you sure? Yeah. Someone's talking to me. And next one, they said, congratulations, you demonetized your channel. I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake.
I'm just like that, Mom, but just 10 times worse.
Yeah, but it is what it is. Not worried.
What are you two drinking anyway? Obviously, Dean's on is cranberry porter. What are you on?
Right. If you were to guess any beer that I was drinking, Barry, what would it be?
Well, the first thing would be Punk IPA.
Barry's absolutely correct. Because basically,
the anti-establishment one.
It was the same fucking thing. I had, obviously, when we set this up.
By the way.
What do you think of Storm Shadow?
I like it. I've reviewed it anyway before. I bought these when they were cheap, just as a bit of a fridge filler.
I like Storm Shadow. I think it's all right. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, decent.
It's an old school fucking coffee stout.
Yeah. Simple, boozy stout, isn't it?
Yeah.
No bells and whistles. That's what it says on the tin.
That's it. I had last night. I had a few of the old wheat beers in the afternoon, and a couple in the evening, I think. And then what was it I got on?
Oh, fuck, you can go for his cake now.
Double IPA, I think. I had one of them.
Don't get a pillow. You fucking
I think, hey?
I said, go get a pillow. You've been fucking talking about what for a while.
And I finished off with a roaster coaster. I like the roaster coaster.
I like roaster coaster as well, to be fair.
I really like the North Star. And I think that's the best stout in the supermarket, myself.
Star, yeah, fucking hell.
But for drinkability, like the roaster coaster is so smooth, the nitro just makes it so drinkable.
So Brian the Big Barry said he'll be watching from America.
Oh, thank you, Brian. Much appreciated, mate.
Josh Edwards, be great. That can't wait.
Look at this, amazing.
The Horny Coachman, the quickest channel monetization ever. Demonetization, absolutely true.
Yeah.
Here's what it is. Whatever, don't care. Tyrannosaurus 69. Evening, Toby. Hope you're all right, mate. So Toby put onto Untapped that he wasn't a fan of the SG5, the staggeringly good triple IPA. I did see your thing, Toby. But he's put evening, chaps. Scott, that staggeringly good triple IPA grew on me the more I drank it. Smashed the rest last night. For me, I think that's probably the hoppiest beer I've ever had in my life. It fucking wipes the fucking floor with your face and stamps it into the ground. It is stunning. It's a cracking beer. But I don't think they've got many left. Somebody contacted me today on the Beer Wonder page on Facebook, saying from Thailand that they wanted a pallet of it shipped out. Yeah, so I pushed the message over to Joe from Staggeringly Good, and hopefully they'll sort something out, because it is a fucking stormer, absolute stormer.
Did you hear that, Dean?
Yeah, go on.
Somebody ordered a pallet of bloody SG5 to bloody Thailand. Was it Thailand, you said?
Yeah, they were after or was it Shanghai? I can't remember. They were after a pallet of that SG5 to ship to Thailand. Contacted me, I asked their details on Staggeringly Good. So hopefully something
about my kegs.
No, they're a wholesaler. No, it's a wholesaler.
Nah. Yeah, well, I am as well.
Yeah, well, we all are, really. So Simo says, I'm glad I didn't pick up the IPA from the Perfect Draft after your review, Barry. It sounded a bit pants.
To be honest, no. It depends what you expect from it. For me, it's a more traditional sort of IPA. Bit grapefruity, quite hoppy. You get a bit of the strength. I mean, it depends what you like, doesn't it? It's like all these beers, really. To be fair, when I'd done the review, I was on my third glass.
In a minute.
I don't know if you've seen it, but if I remember rightly, what happened was I done the old spiel that I do at the start, done the pour, and I don't think I pressed record on the pour on the first one, something like that.
Yeah, I've seen that.
I was like, oh, bollocks. So I drunk that fucker, rinsed the glass out, started again, done the pour, done all the review, got to the end, and I went to do my old in-shot thing, and I couldn't see it. And I hadn't pressed fucking record on the final part of actually, on the actual part of doing the review. So I drank that one, and then went back and finally got it right. So by that time, all the taste that I got from the first and second glass were all very different. So by the time I got to the third glass, you were getting very much probably what you should taste, really.
Yeah.
By the time, the palate had adjusted. It's very traditional sort of IPA. Nice to drink in that. I like it. I mean, it's along the line of Goose Island in a bottle.
Okay.
It's very much along them lines. So you could argue, is it worth it? Is it worth the cost that they're charging for it? Because it's like a $5 or more than a Goose Island keg.
Right.
But it is a little bit stronger. But I enjoyed it. And I mean, it's very hard, isn't it, doing reviews? This is something I found, and you lads probably know about it, when people go out and buy it, or they look at your review sometime as whether they buy it or not. And it does puts a little bit of pressure on you, doesn't it, in a way, kind of. But,
yeah, a little bit, yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
No, it's not so much at the time. It's when I get comments.
Yeah.
I've had a few comments of some kegs and people say, oh, I didn't think it's nothing like that, or I didn't like that. And you think, fuck, I hope you didn't buy it just because I reviewed it. It's not like buying one can, is it?
I'm going to skip to this comment, actually, because I'm actually good friends with Toby. So he buys stuff from Staggeringly Good. And I saw, and he's messaged me saying he wasn't a massive fan of the SG5. I get, and he's put, yeah, the hops are off the chart. I think it threw me because I've never had anything like it. And I completely agree. I've never had a beer that was that hoppy. I mean, it's not just hoppy. You had the alcohol. There was no, you can't hide 10.5% like that. It was, you had that hot burn, you had the alcohol, and you had everything within that triple IPA, and it was all fucking front and center. It was like a mirror in a glass. And I get why you could be put off by if you were taking sort of 3 or 4 sips of that. I get why you would be put off by that. It's unlike anything I've ever had. If I can get some more, I'll message Joe so if I can get some more, because it is a stormer.
I've had lots of beers that, and again, if this comes in reviews, that you can get halfway down a drink and not be so keen on it, or pick certain things up and finish the review, and that second half of the can, all of a sudden everything changes.
Well, I think we've all been there, Dean, haven't we? Where you said everything, and then you get off. The one for me was, what was the beer? I remember talking to you about it. What was the one that had almonds in it, Dean?
Almonds.
North Star had the almonds, didn't it? But you're not about that one.
North Star. I didn't pick the almonds up in it. First off, so I said that in the review, and then we did something immediately after it. It was Jet Black Heart. So we did the 2 reviews back to back. Obviously, I put the North Star down on the floor while we did Jet Black Heart. I picked up, and as I was sat in the shed editing the videos, I went back in and I was like, it's fucking the whole beer, because it's opened up, it's completely changed.
Yeah.
Completely changed. It was like marzipan in a glass.
Yeah. If you look at my review, I was exactly the same. As it went on, all you could taste was almonds. And I think I actually said in my thing, for me, I'm not a big lover of almonds. So
I loved it. I think the more that beer opened up, it became a fantastic beer. I really liked it. Pardon me.
You haven't reviewed that, have you, Dean?
North Star?
Yeah.
I think, yeah, I'm sure I have.
Oh, that's in your thingy then. That's in your archives. He's like the BBC Dean, isn't he, with his archives? I bet he's got a little cellar underneath that shed, I reckon.
I'm just going to check actually, because I don't think he did.
He's not actually put it up, has he? I don't think.
No,
I think this was when he was on his break.
Yeah, no, it's not a live video, that's for sure.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah, that's in the archives then, that is.
It's in there somewhere.
Fucking brilliant. He's
I've
a
still
top
got
man, isn't he,
videos.
old Dean, and he makes me
I've
laugh.
still got videos on my SD card from like 2017. I'm in my old house.
I've still got them on my VHS, mate, and my Betamax.
Dean. They'll be seamless. Seamless if you put the old house up. No one will know. No one can tell between night and day. It's seamless.
I'm with you on that one, mate.
I'm saying nothing.
Yeah.
Before I get myself into trouble, I'm going to go on to the comments. I quite like a traditional IPA. I completely agree. No bells and whistles. I'm all over that.
Yeah, that Crew Republic just went for you, pretty much for me. Bit malty, hoppy, bit of grapefruit in there, and that was it really.
See, I ain't gonna lie.
Really nice.
I'm hoping she ain't watching because Fuck off, shut up, man. I've done nothing. I'm just saying. I have looked at the perfect draft because obviously with shush, because with those 10% off, that is a fucking good price.
Yeah.
Because you're getting 10% off with the Beerhawk stuff. So what's that? About 200. That's going to be 21 and a half quid.
Yeah, I think you get it for 200 quid the machine, but then obviously depending on your deals you pick up or whatever.
Yeah.
We've got a deal on at the moment, haven't they? I think it's 280 quid. You get the machine, you get a keg of Lowenbrow, you get a keg of Spartan, and then you get two
Steins there, the Oktoberfest ones, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're good lagers, they are. Very good lagers. I mean, might not be for Scott, that one, because he's not, but I think you'd appreciate it more, that one, Dean.
You're saying?
You're not a lager drinker, are you, really?
Fuck off.
Where's that leaves button? Oh, it's just there.
Hang on a minute. Yeah. No, I'm not. Get rid of him.
That's all right. Do it again, because I've got to let the cat out.
Scott is quite partial to a decent pills, aren't you, mate?
As long as it's... Yeah, I had Stella. You fucking cheeky bastard. I had Stella yesterday.
Yeah, you wait till you get it on the PD, mate. You'll be in with all the lads. Little Jeremy Kyler. Somebody commented
on actually that it's okay on the perfect draft.
Yeah, I've got to admit but it's still a lager for me. Yeah. I like a lager. After about 3 pints of it.
I quite like a lager in the summer. If it's hot and it's sticky, I'm quite happy with a nice Pilsner and a lager. I'm all right with that.
Yeah. They're very different lagers, I think, on the PD. Generally, a lot of them are.
Is that just because of the draft?
They're different to the blade. For me,
okay.
The PD ones tend to be stronger and how can I put it? Heavier drinks. Some of them tend to be. Not every single one. Whereas the Heineken one from the blade, a bit lighter and easier to drink.
Oh, okay.
For me, they're more sessionable because they're easier to drink. But that's just my view.
Fair play.
Murder Scott in the comments if you don't like that.
Yeah, I don't care. I'm all right. It's all fine. Well, let's have a quick go through these. I don't know where I got to. There's Toby saying about the hoppy. I like a traditional IPA. So yeah, so they delayed the release of the SD5 by a week because they weren't happy with it. So they delayed the release because it was too green. So I wonder what it was like straight out of the fermenter. I mean, if it was hoppy coming out of the fermenter, when they released it, it must have been fucking
gross that.
Just horrendous, like face sucking because it is. I think it's super. I think for me, I've had 4 cans now. I think it's my favourite beer this year. For it being something completely different. Don't have many triple IPAs. That one, absolute monster of a beer.
I'm enjoying the stouts this year. I've got to admit that have been released.
I've got into my stouts this year. I've never been a stout fan before I started this channel. But
now you're sort of forced to be, aren't you? In the nicest possible way. Hi, Wanda.
No, well, you say that, but I can't get. It's sours. Sours I can't get on with. I'll try sours. I'm struck. I know Dean's exactly the same.
Yeah.
I'm struck.
I think most people are, aren't they? Although I'm coming around a little bit.
Empire. I just haven't bothered with it.
I've tried quite a few, I would say. Well, not loads, but I've tried a few. And I would say the last couple I've probably had, which I can't think off the top of my head, I've actually quite enjoyed. They have been.
I think you've just got to be in the mood, haven't you, for it?
Yeah, I mean, there's a time and everything in it. I mean, that rhubarb and custard one I loved, that my daughter got me for my birthday from Tiny Rebel. I know some of you didn't enjoy it, but it was lovely.
Tiny Rebel, Barry?
Hey?
Was that Tiny Rebel?
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I was surprised how much I enjoyed it.
That's one of.
It was one of them. Maybe it's because I went in there with no intention of liking it, really. I suppose.
That's one of the first. I think it's the first sour we did on our channel, and when me and Wanda were sat at this table, and her reaction to that was fucking brilliant. She was like, "Oh."
I actually didn't find it that sour myself. It had a bit of a tartness, but it was the custard bit afterwards. I think that's what made it. I was getting the custard coming through after, and I thought it's fun that makes you smile again. Up one, and some of the other stuff they've done, and you just get a bit amazed.
Have you had that, Dean?
Blinding stuff.
I think it's a. It may have appeared in an old Beer 52 box. It rings a bell. Or am I thinking of peaches and cream? It might be. No, peaches and cream in Beer 52.
That was nice as well, peaches and cream.
Yeah.
I had peaches and cream. I haven't reviewed it. I had that on draft at the Tiny River in Cardiff, and that is that's lovely.
They make some lovely drinks, don't they? To be fair,
they also make some fucking terrible beers as well. To be fair.
I think a lot of breweries do, don't they? And especially probably with Tiny Rebel, sort of.
I mean,
sort of getting a little bit out of the way of sort of small brewery, aren't they?
The thing with Tiny Rebel, they've always pushed the adjuncts, haven't they? They're a very adjunct-heavy brewery, and so they push their luck on stuff. And that was at the 8th birthday, but I could smash my glass every week. I'm a bit fucking gutted about that. But
never worth £36, make that glass.
Oh, yeah, but go and spend fucking on this point. I'm going to go for a wee. Go and spend £30 on a fucking 40ml bottle of beer.
At least you got a pair of socks. Sorry, Dean, you get talking, mate. I seem to be barging in here.
No, it's all right. You carry on, mate.
Let's hear what you've got to say.
Listen to what you're saying, mate.
Well, let me just get the other stout, and I'll 2 ticks.
Yeah, all right. I think Scotty was referring to the Dodge Dip Duck Dive beer that they brought out in that box, which was fantastic. I think I was on jury service in Oxford when that was around, and the Brewdog in Oxford, they had it on tap in there, and I had a cheeky third of it at lunchtime, and it was bloody lovely. It was really, really nice. Yeah.
There's a pub in Shrewsbury that at the time when all that was released, a place in Shrewsbury called the Tap and Can. So anyone out there that is from sort of like shops, to try the Tap and Can, cracking place. I know a lad that went there and they had all them ones on the tap, and he said he left there in a bit of a mess at that night. As you do, I suppose.
As you do, yeah.
But he was trying them all, like, you know. So
I'll say about my sours. I'm just going to put myself on the main screen just for a second. I'm going to show you something. So I've got this one coming up. I'm going to do it with. I want to try and get Wanda's daughter and her boyfriend have got a channel, not a beer channel, but I want to get their subscribers up. So I'm going to put this out. I'm going to do this with them. And this is from my friend Lee from Hamilton Brewery, and this is their raspberry sour, and it's called Dino Fruit.
Love it.
And their can art is absolutely exemplary. The time they put into their can art, and the other one I've got, we're waiting for Wanda to come back with, and we've had this on tap in the tap room. And it's a chocolate and vanilla Sunday stout, and it's called Sunday Sauce.
Ooh. Oh, look at that.
It's 5.5.
It's remarkable, isn't it? The artwork that goes into a can of beer now, it's fantastic, isn't it? It really is.
I reckon they put more into the artwork than they do the beer. Some of the
it's crazy.
Some of the beers I have, they fucking definitely do.
Artists, haven't they? They got in our, they've all got like some of these breweries. They give credits on the back of the can to an artist, and they just do stuff for the brewery all the time. It's great.
How beers have gone, or the beer industry, or craft beer, if you want to call it.
Those for me, you walk into a bottle shop or anything like that, and you see things like that. And
you go, what's that?
Yeah, exactly. Instantly, what's that? So you have a look, and it's instantly drawn you to it.
Yeah.
You need to unlock your iPad first.
Oh, but don't get fucked. Fucking iPad. My iPad's talking to me. I'm not even fucking talking to it. Does that sell you? Does that sell you a beer?
No. That says to me, Tesco Savers. In all honesty, awful. The fact that they changed it from what it was, I think, is absolutely shocking.
Yeah, big mistake.
And it makes you wonder who sat there and went,
"That's a good idea.
You're going to make $1 million from this."
Well, they probably will. So Simo, this is you, Barry. I couldn't justify a blaze just for me. I've already got a fridge full of beers here and 3 kegs for the perfect draft.
I totally understand. The machines are. It depends on what beers you like. It depends on how much you drink. There's a lot of things, but when I got the blade, I'm getting a sub as well, and then I heard about the blade just after that. So we're talking about 2 years ago now, probably. And it always took my fancy with the beers that was on it. But the only reason I got it was because I had a bit of spare some of that, and I just thought I'm going for it.
So totally,
don't regret it. So carry on. Sorry.
Fucking boring, isn't it? Tyrannosaurus and Toby. Joyport is absolutely banging from the perfect draft. Shit lager is still shit lager, whether it's from the perfect draft or not. Barry, that's for you.
Well, actually, it's not, because is something for you. Stella, you can get in a can at 4%, I believe, or bottles, right?
4.8.
Yeah, but you can get 4% Stella, I think, as well. Yeah.
Okay.
And then you can get the Stella in a can that you had at 4.8%, UK brewed.
Yeah.
The Stella you get on the perfect draft
0.2
is 5%, and it's brewed in Belgium.
Okay.
So it's the only difference is it's gone down probably 0.2%.
Yeah.
But saying that, as I said, it's a lot better than the bottles and cans and all that lot. It's a lot better. But even I find after about 3 pints, it's enough for me, because it is still almost Stella. But it is a much better Stella than what you get in cans and bottles. So that's my view. Everyone's entitled to theirs. A lot of people go nuts for it on the PD. I find that a little bit surprising, to be honest.
I need to get a perfect draft. I know Dean's got his on a perfect draft as well, so we're all good here.
Yeah, I'm getting one for Christmas, hopefully.
I'll get one before.
Be nice, Dean.
I'll just tell her that I've been sponsored by Beer or something. She won't know. I love stouts. Time beers.
Have you sorted out that deal now, then, Scott?
Yeah. It's coming tomorrow.
Good man.
Stouts are probably my favourite.
I got a deal with F&F from Sainsbury's, is it? Oh, fuck.
Bad company.
That's it. Yeah.
Stouts are probably my. I'm going to actually agree with that comment. Actually, Duff Blimp. Stouts are probably my favourite style. I've discussed this from day one with Dean back in last August, where we became good friends. That my style of beer has always been sort of New England IPA. I've always liked a New England IPA, but since I've started this channel, I've really got into my stouts and learned to appreciate them more than I ever thought I would.
Yeah. I remember, Dean, both of you asking me what's my favourite style. I think I'd asked you anyway, because I was just being nosy. So after first meeting you, I was in awe of you, But I wouldn't disagree with you there. Stouts aren't sessionable beers for me.
No,
but one or two for a full flavour beer.
Yeah,
you get a good one. They're absolutely fucking bang on.
They're finisher beers. Agree, Dean?
Yeah.
Especially a good old impy one, isn't it?
If it's a top end on the ABV, it's just nice to finish proceedings off with.
Yeah,
I would. I know Dean's had this. I don't know if you had it, Barry. I think the best stout I've had out of a supermarket, and you can't get it in a minute, was the Wildebeest.
Oh, yeah.
I never got to get it.
Man, £2 or £2.50 a bottle. It was fucking awesome.
I went. Well, I wouldn't say I went everywhere, but I did look around quite a lot for it, and I messaged. I think I messaged you, Scott, because I think you got it, Dean, didn't you?
Yeah.
It's about November time.
I messaged Scott, and I think Scott did say he was going to ask you if you could pick some up, but obviously, well, fuck it, he doesn't know him yet, so.
Yeah. I'm just going to take my poll turn. Hang on. Please chat amongst yourselves. Oh, she's definitely in fucking no man's land. That's cheating. Fucking White's got in. That's bollocks, isn't it? Game's rubbish. Hang on. Yeah, they're Wildebeest. What was it, £2, Dean? I'm sure it was £2.
I think it was £2.50, wasn't it?
The Wildebeest. $2.50, yeah, I remember on Sunday, $2.50.
Yeah, it was half the price and what it is on the Wild Beer website. It was about
it was about £5, I think it was on the Wild Beer.
Yeah.
I did look at it and I saw that and I thought, I ain't paying fucking twice the price, cheeky bastards.
Yellow Belly has a lovely sour beer called Castaway. I'm not heard of that. Okay, I will try to keep. There's another sour in Secondary Good at the moment. It's an apricot sour, and I keep putting it off because I'm not a massive fan. I'm not a massive fan of sours. I do try, and I'll keep going. So Toby has said, what's Toby? Let's get back to Toby. Agreed on the Tiny River rhubarb and custard. Only sour I've ever enjoyed. Would still take an IPA over a sour every day.
Yeah, I'm not a big sour drinker.
I have had Fake Empire.
Yes.
And for me, it was shit.
I agreed with what Paul said on it, to be honest. Paul's beer reviews. I saw stories and it's an entry level into sours.
I don't get why you're trying to do a sour IPA. It's either one or the other for me. It can't be both, and it does neither well.
Yeah,
Right.
It was like the hoppy Hefeweizen you sent me, Dean.
Oh,
it was very. I think it's very much along them lines where you think, hang on, that don't work.
Yeah, hop hooligans. Yeah,
great artwork on the can though, but.
So similar, the oxidised Tiny Ribble pushed out and claimed there was nothing wrong with it. That was turning up to 11. Turning up to 11.
Up to 11 thing, wasn't it?
Yes, pump up the jam with the 11%er, which actually, this chap here, Tyrannosaurus Toby, he sent me the 2 cans because he said, I either send them to you or they go down the toilet. And then you've got some idiot trying to tell me it's a Belgian red. Well, it's not fucking marketed as a Belgian red. It is it's marketed as a red ale.
I think you're wrong there, Scott. It's a Belgian red, mate.
Getting on my horse. Haven't bought anything from Tiny Ribble since it's not over to 11 debacle. That was an absolute shocker. Totally. It was. I remember he sent me 2 cans, and I poured both out to make sure I wasn't seeing things. It was fucking awful. And he agrees.
I suppose with these sort of breweries that are doing that, and you can. These things happen. I'm thinking maybe I'm being naive. They're not mass produced. They're not set to this set recipe that they're banging out thousands all the time. It's, I suppose, in my view, I don't know. I could be totally wrong. Maybe I'm just talking bollocks. I suppose things can go wrong, can't they?
No, I agree with that. I completely agree with that, Barry. If you brew something, right, and that's absolutely fine. With everything's made, and this goes back to that guava have faith, the one from Northern Monk in Tesco's, Morrison's, can't remember whichever one, Morrison's, and it's an absolute mess.
You don't like that one?
Protein suspension in it is awful, right? So they've made a mistake, and they've come out and said, "All right, this is what's happened." Blah 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 blah. So fair play. They've said it's okay. Oh, sorry, there's something wrong with it. When you got turn it up to 11, which I don't think it was cheap. I think it was about £6 a can, and you Tony, people are fucking moaning about it, and Tiny Room will say there's nothing wrong with it. Then that's where the issue comes. If you've made a ball of your beer, just fucking admit it.
I'm surprised you're saying about the guava have faith, because I've reviewed it, and I mean, don't get me wrong, it doesn't mean I'm fucking, I'm not trying to make out that I fucking know everything. I really enjoyed it. Well, I thought it was a good solid beer and nice, worth the money. The daughter had, when I went out and bought a load of the cheap stuff, picked 2 up for the daughter when she come with us. Yeah. Now the first one she really enjoyed, and she still enjoyed the second one. But she had the second one last night, and the bits that were in it were unreal. I've never seen nothing like it. It was like a snow globe.
They had a problem. They admitted that.
Still drunk it, but
yeah, the problem with protein suspension in the beer, which was caused all of that, and they've admitted to that. But I mean, Dean would agree. Guava had faith. I thought it was an absolute mess of a beer.
Yeah,
but each to their own.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was all right, but it would have been interesting, I suppose, if I tried the daughter's one last night.
The beer I'm interested in at the moment, and I won't review it again because I've reviewed it, is Double Punk, because I got correct. I had Double Punk. No, and it's not just your view. I had Double Punk when it was released on the website, so it was a website exclusive, and it was 4 cans for £12, and I got that, and it was fucking brilliant, lovely beer. I've not had the Tesco version of this, and I will lay money on the table. It's a different fucking recipe.
Probably, yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if they do these exclusives. Sorry, Dean. Dean, you carry on, mate.
No. Yeah, I agree. It probably is. It's a watered down version, no doubt. Like Jackhammer. I thought that was a pile of wank when I tried that.
Yeah, reviewed that. I didn't like that.
I have had Jackhammer, and I was a massive fan of Jackhammer because it was because of the hot smack out of that, and then that's not there anymore. It's gone.
Gone.
I wonder if, like you say, it was a Brewdog exclusive online, wasn't it? They do all this.
I'll tell you what.
One beer.
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what Brewdog do. They brew beer. There's website exclusives. So it's brewed for their website. So it's slightly more expensive. So you're getting the full benefit of that beer. People go, this is all right, this. So they then put it into the
supermarkets and then...
and they change the fucking recipe.
Yep, that's exactly what I'm on about. What they do is brew a good beer that's almost limited off their website.
Yep.
Word gets around that it's a fantastic beer, and then bang out a fucking PG Tips fucking in a can in the supermarkets and charge £3.50 for it.
The other thing with Double Punk IPA is I can drink Tran, which is a double New England IPA. So I know it's a slightly different style, but that's 8%. I can drink, I think other else is 8%. There's
Slayer,
I think,
Slayer
yeah.
double IPA.
Yeah. So in the supermarket, I wouldn't want a 440 ml of double punk. 330 ml is absolutely fine with me.
Max, yeah.
I bought two of them, 2 cans. I reviewed one, didn't enjoy it, and I took the other one round to the father-in-law to drink.
Mm.
I didn't even finish the first one, to be honest. I had a little bit left in it, and after the review, I put it down the sink. I didn't enjoy it all.
I'm just taking a game returning poll, and I'm going to fucking smack through these comments because they're piling up a little bit.
I'll shut up now.
Right. So we've got Charles Dunn. He's around your neck of the woods somewhere, I think, but he's in Wales. Have you guys tried the Stone Goes from Glen Affrick? I haven't tried it yet. I'm not a Goes fan. I will order some from them because I like some of their the look of some of their stuff. So they're on the radar. I will have a go at that.
The best ghost I've had was from M&S. I'll be honest, the ones I've had.
Is that the one with the under test card?
That's it, yeah.
New M&S range.
Yeah, that I got before somebody else.
Goes
So I'm
to
not even
Hollywood.
looking at their reviews. So
I'm in the character. Hope you're well, Scott. Mate, shout out from the Scotland man. Evening, mate. Hope you're all well. Nice guy, another nice guy. Lovely comments on most of the stuff. It's fucking great. I've only had to block a couple today that are being cunts. I can't say that.
that's unlike you to say that, and it's Scott, right?
How
Oh,
very
yeah.
dare you?
Sorry?
How very dare you?
I do apologise for using the C.
I would.
I got called. What did I got called earlier? I blocked on Matt Mills. Matt Mills won't. Another pointless.
No, I was just going to answer his comment. I thought you were stopping. You carry on, mate.
I blocked a bloke called Matt Mills when he put another pointless video from a pointless beer reviewer. So I just put bye and blocked him. And there was someone having a go about our Nanny State video, a fucking 0.5 for the beer review. Can you imagine? So he's having a real go. You're a fucking numpty, blah, 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 blah. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Charles Stone, I'm from Oswestry, North Wales. So I'm literally on the border of North Wales. About 14 miles from Wrexham. So
Paul O'Connell says, you buy with your eyes. And I think you're absolutely right. You see a cat, anything that stands out, you're all over it.
It certainly makes you think about it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Paramount in today's sort of beer world.
Marketing anywhere, really.
The branding is colossal. It really is, because you can walk in to a bottle shop and it just you get the odd can of beer and it just pops and you're intrigued by it. Whether
it catches your eye as you walk in.
Yeah.
The fact there's so many beers now, I think they're all having to do it, aren't they? They're having to make something that makes you go, why the fuck would I suddenly stop and look at this one?
It's the when you think about it, it's the evolution into cans. Obviously, we all like bottles. We all like bottle beer because I think up until about probably 3-4 years ago, it kept better in the bottles because you used to get the tinny nature from cans and all that. Now the technology's come further, so you get a can and there's so much more you can do on a 360 wrap with a can.
You haven't got the
with a bottle. You got the neck of the bottle, and
you can't do nothing there, really, can you?
No, and it's made the breweries that are canning, and there's more and more of them. And actually, Hamilton. I went to see Lee when one was in Great Ormond Street a few weeks back, and I won't tell you how much he paid. They used to can off site, and it was costing him this amount of money per every time they got the people in to can for him. And then he got his own canning machine, and it paid for itself within fucking months.
Yeah. And going back to sort of canning and artwork, I think probably for me it would have been Beavertown's Gamma Ray back in the day when that first made an appearance. That was like wacky, thinking out the box artwork back then, you know.
Yeah.
What, 2010, 2011 maybe? I don't know. It's around that sort of area.
Yeah.
Whoa, was that a can of beer, really? And that got me intrigued. That did. I think they were one of the first London breweries anyway to have a canning line of their own way back before they moved.
And now look at them.
Yeah. Colossal now.
So Simo says the Brewdog artwork is wank.
Yep.
Yes.
Disagree with that.
It's standard supermarket shit, is what it is. I'm just going to pop the next one up. Brewdog should have left their design alone. Bring back the original and the original recipe for Brewdog. Hazy, hoppy, 6.2.
Lovely stuff.
Thank you. That. I mean, fucking come on.
But it's just riding off the mist now, though, isn't it? That's the trouble.
But as they I mean, people have said it before, and I've said exactly the same. They don't know who their audience is anymore. They're too big for micro, not enough big for not big enough for macro. They don't know who their clientele is anymore. They've got no idea. So they're out there. They're throwing like a blind man throwing punches. Just open something, will stick.
Yeah.
Volumes now, innit? That's what it is.
Yeah.
Volumes.
So we've got beer dog reviews. I like a simple can wrap sometimes. I think I agree with that as well, to be fair. But there's a big difference between simple and just plain boring.
Yeah, I mean, I like some of the Fuller's the branding. I think the Fuller's branding is still classy, traditional, shall we say? Sam Smith's as again.
I'll chuck this one at the Geeple or Guy.
Yeah. Clean and basic. Yeah.
But some of the best stuff I've seen, I think, in my view, for simple.
Well presented. Yeah. Yeah. It does work from time to time. Does work.
I've got somebody to ask something or something else, and I'll message you in a minute. I'm playing silly buggers with someone. It's fine.
Unlike you.
Well, I've just been a hooligan. Sound cutting in and out for me. Don't know about anyone else. I hope that's sorted now, Toby. Similar says it's okay. Lee W says Chocolibra is all right. I need to go and get that. I'm going to try and
get
get
hold of it, so I can't stay.
Tomorrow. If I can get some, I'll get a couple and send them out to you guys.
Again,
very nice of you, Scott. Don't be shy. Send about 10.
They pulled out of the archive.
Yeah.
I said that, and my missus chuckled. She's sitting opposite me.
Clear on fucking the mystery beer reviews. I would agree with that. Hang on, let me just the secret lead beer drinker. Yeah, couldn't have 10 of them on a session, maybe 10 Duvals.
You never ever want to see that beer again, do you?
He'll be all right, won't he?
I see that when I walk into Tesco's and I get a bit of look.
Start twitching and shaking.
I tell you, that ruined me for days. Genuinely, it was.
It's the Duvel tractor beam, mate. That is.
Oh, it's fucking horrible.
Good job you never got on the Triple K afterwards.
Yeah, I didn't do a barrel-aged stout or anything after. Drinking a wildebeest at the moment. Bought it direct from Wild Beer on. So this is Toby. Drinking a Wild Beast at the moment. Bought it direct from Wild Beer on offer. Worked out at £1.50 each for a crate of 12.
All day long.
Fucking beer Equator 12 at £1.50.
And he hasn't sent any this way. Bar him, Scott.
No, I love Toby's a nice man. I'm not barring anybody unless they're fucking. Beer Dog reviews. I had the last train oatmeal stout from Floor Pure the other day. Really enjoyed that. I think Wanda's had that. I bought one for Wanda. I've not reviewed that. You guys had that? That's out of Asda's. I'm sure you have Asda.
No, I haven't. Myself?
Floor Pure last train oatmeal. Yeah, I think that might have been the beer that they've changed.
White can with blue bits on it.
I think they changed the artwork on some of their old beers, didn't they?
Yes.
Yeah, I may have had it. Oatmeal rings a bell. And I don't think they do too many oatmeal beers in their core range. So, yeah, I may have had it, but just under a different name.
I've had a couple of 4 Pure beers from Asda. They were okay. Wasn't over impressed. And I've had a few that were from that Flavorly place, like Collabs. And I was disappointed, really. But
someone I got a Flavorly box for my birthday. I think it was last year. I wasn't impressed with the Flavorly stuff. I have to be honest. I'm not going to slate them.
I wasn't, to be honest.
Wasn't for me. Beer 52. I know Beer 52 gets a rap, but the beer from Beer 52 outshone Flavorly by a mile.
Oh, yeah, I've only had one box from them, and I thought the beers generally were bang on. I think there was only one in there that I wasn't over keen on, and that was a chili stout, I think, or a chili porter.
So Dan Travel said, "What did you think about? What do you guys think about the Brewdog Evil Twin collab, the Nitro Stout? I'm assuming that's Roadster Coast.
I still got a can left, so I like it. Yeah,
Perfect.
Yeah, superb, absolutely superb.
For me, the most drinkable stout in the supermarkets. For me, not necessarily the best, but the most drinkable.
Simo, I don't see the appeal of sour beers. Might just be me. It ain't you. I do try.
Yeah.
It's a tough nut to crack, isn't it? It's a tough nut to crack.
I can't see how they can make a living out of sour beers myself, but
well, I know. I'm going to go back to my friends. I do apologise, but my friend Lee from Hamilton Brewery. So he set his brewery up, and he always said, "I'm never going to make a sour beer. Not interested in them." And then he kept people asking for them, so they've gone into it. I say, "This is unopened. I haven't had any of this. I'm going to do this, hopefully this week, with Chantel and Sam, who are Wanda's daughter and her boyfriend, because Chantel hates beer completely. She's worse than Wanda. Sam only drinks Desperados, so he's got no fucking taste buds. He's got no taste buds in his head at all. And that's what I'm going to try and get out of that. So there are breweries out there that I think they never entertained sour, but let's say there's one up here. I can't buy it. I don't want it sour. There's an apricot sour. Oh no, it's an apricot Berliner Weiss, and I don't know about it. I don't want to go on and slag people's beer off, and it might be very nice, but I don't want to pay. I don't know how much it is, say £5, and sort of have a go about it.
for me, Scott, I'll tell you what you should buy is that St. Louis Lambic.
Okay.
It's not a sour as such. They're very similar, the Lambics, on a similar sort of line, but I'm really enjoying the Lambic beers that I've had.
I like Lambic.
Discontinued in my Tesco's, that St. Louis one now. It's like $1.25 a bottle.
Yeah, I think it was in my
They're fully on.
Yeah, the Saison was as well, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Tell you what, if you can get them for $1.25, snap them up. It's a bargain.
Right, let's smash through these comments. So Toby says, ha ha ha, Flemish red my arse. I agree that a brewery doesn't always get it right, but when they do fuck up, they should be honest about it and give out refunds. there's no.
As long as they sort the beer out, that's the biggest thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'll fucking push somewhere else. I need the woman, my lady, to come and fucking sort the comments out. Simon says, I bought 6 cans of the Northern Monk Striding Edge last weekend, and they all blew up in my kitchen. I have seen that, Simo, actually. Get in touch with Northern Monk, and they gave me a full refund and a £15 voucher for their shop.
Perfect.
And that's how it should be done.
Can't argue with that.
Striding Edge is good for a low ABV beer. It's probably the best out there.
Not tried it myself, Dean.
Yeah.
Guava Have, Lee W says, Guava Have Faith is a really good beer.
Me and the Leeds fan have got something in common. We like a beer, at least.
I mean, the flavour on it was all right. I think it was just visually off-putting. There's too much going on in the glass with that crap in there. But taste-wise, it was all right. And not I wouldn't say a world beer, but drinkable. I mean, I drank mine. It's just I had like 2 inches of shit at the bottom.
I didn't get that. See, in my can and the first one of the daughters, but the one the daughter had last night was like that. It was like, Jesus Christ! It was like I said, it was like a snow globe.
So Toby said again, that's how it should be. Good to hear that Northern Monk handled it well. Well, that's how it should be. If you've got a complaint, haven't paid your money, that's how it should be.
Yes, I agree with you there, Lee, as well. Personally,
what we're gonna do, guys, we'll give this to 10 and then we'll go. Yeah.
yeah.
I'm gonna shoot off now anyway, guys, because me battery's going anyway. That fucking hell, that took me down to 8%.
Dean, you need to stop buying beer and buy a new battery for that phone.
Well, laptop, you fucker.
Yeah. I'll just make do until it blows up.
That's because your phone wears out, isn't it, from all that chat in the week? You know, when you're working and nobody else is.
But that won't be happening anymore.
You've got the same make phone as me, Barry, and I don't know if when you found it, when you first got it, the battery lasted forever and ever, but now it just fucking rinses out so quick.
It's not too bad now, to be honest. It's not too bad. I do still get a good day out of it. I've had it over a year now, so
I had to charge mine at lunchtime just to put a bit of energy into it because I knew I was going to be coming on to do this, and I wanted to do it on my phone because this laptop's just fucking shit. Yeah. But anyway, thanks anyway, all the same for having me on.
Nice.
Cheers, mate. Speak to you tomorrow.
Take care,
mate. See you later. Ta-da.
Top man.
Right. Yeah, we'll go to 10 days and then we're off, right? Because I want to make sure the Wander's all right as well. Yeah. So double punky shy, says our good friend Lee. I need to get a hold of a can from the supermarket. I really do. I've seen it in there, but I've not tried it. So I'll have a look. Did you know that jackhammer is made with hop oils?
No,
I didn't know.
I didn't enjoy it either, to be honest. Jackhammer,
I like when Jackhammer first came out. Right. I was a fan of Jackhammer. It was all right, hoppy, proper.
I think I had a Jackhammer I actually reviewed it when I started doing the channel. Right. So it would have been about 4 or 5 months ago. Didn't enjoy it personally, but.
Right, Brewdog's marketing. Get people interested at first and change the shite version later on.
Possibly, yes.
Absolutely spot on. The masters of manipulation. So Simba says, 100% best customer service I've ever encountered. Well, I don't actually think that I disagree with that. I've not had a lot from Northern Monk, but what I like about Northern Monk is I ordered the house party stuff. I ordered the Aunt Bessie's, so stuff from their online, and you always get through a handwritten thanks for supporting us, and that to me means a lot.
Yeah, That's that someone's actually taken the time to. It's a lot better than a thank you in an email, isn't it?
Anyone can do that. Handwritten. I've got one in the shed actually. That's from Northern. That is from them. Either of those two. I can't remember which one it was, but a handwritten. Thank you. It means a lot. You think I'll go back to them.
Yeah.
F2125-ish.
Oh.
Hello,
mate? I know he's on me thing.
Yeah. So the guys in the chat, if you ever subscribe to Barry or the Beer No Idea, go over and subscribe because we want to get him to 500 at least, and get to 1,000 and then demonetize your own fucking channel. Hi Thomas.
I won't want to know you then, Scott lad.
Yeah, you'd be dead to me. Hi Thomas. Are you from Ireland? I think. Our good friend Paul, or my good friend Paul. Captain Big Meets Adventures. Oh shit, just found out you've gone live. You lads okay. Guess who's back? Dean's back again.
Yeah.
I fucking badgered him. I badgered him and badgered him and badgered him.
He did tell me you were bullying him.
I was bullying him. I'll make no bones about that. Evening, Paul. I'll be alright, mate. I know you've been commenting somewhere else, so couldn't agree more. Beavertown artwork is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Could disagree with that. Oh, fucking, how many am I? 5 in now. So Lee W says, while I'm opening my next beer, I've gone up a bit. Hang on. Scott, you have a look at DIY Dog by Bruce. Gives you recipe of. I have a look. Right. In all honesty, this brew your own BrewDog stuff. So they give you the recipes and the I know Robbie Knox. If anybody follows Robbie Knox on here, so Dave the Blue Van Man, I get on well with Dave. Him and Robbie Knox. Robbie Knox has done Elvis Juice, where it's a brew that your own thing at home. It's something I'm looking at. I want to look at doing one of them. Wanda's up for that, so we'll look at brewing a BrewDog beer at home and do staged videos on doing that. Because
that sounds familiar, Scott. But don't say nothing.
I'm not saying a word. That's nothing to do with me. Tyrannosaurus Sexatobi, I got a big order from Glanfrick. All shite. I love you, Toby. I think you're cracking. Except Cracking Cran. Great at hyping their beers, not good at brewing them. I'll have a look. Mate, because I think that's an interesting comment. I love Toby. Straight to the point and cracking. The curse of the dude. I'm not in the fucking
Have you had the triple Citra, Scott?
I have had the triple Citra.
That's a cracking beer, that isn't it?
That's 9%, isn't it?
Eh?
That 9%.
9.5, that one.
Yeah. I've had that.
That's better than the normal Duvel for me.
Duvel was just harsh. As it got towards the end,
Duvel
it was just
nice, I think, but once you've had 10 of them, yeah, it's bound to be, isn't it?
Yeah, I was struggling after 8. Ha ha ha! 150 a bottle, you cheeky. I've only seen the C word twice in a night. I'm not that fucking bad. Asda is the worst supermarket for craft.
Yeah, not around where I am.
Fucking hell, it must be.
Sainsbury's is shite.
Exactly as Duff Blimp said, between them and Sainsbury's.
Yes. Yeah.
To be honest, the Choco Libre was like Roast the Coaster. 1 can is enough, and it's a struggle. For me, I'm going to go and look for Choco Libre tomorrow. I see those as end of night beers. I don't want to be drinking them.
You're not going to go out at 2 o'clock and start having a session on them, are you?
No,
they're just too heavy, aren't they?
Something to finish the night off with. Let's have a. What do you fancy? I'll have that. That'd be all right now.
Exactly.
So Captain Nick Paul says, I left a can of Rhinebacker in the freezer overnight and it exploded. Should I take it back for a refund?
Well, if you do, can you do a video of it? Because I'd like to see that.
That's how it works, and we'll all do it. Jager says, it's why I like the Buxton Storm Shadow. No nonsense stout. I completely agree with that. What's the Bright Simon's review? I completely agree with that. Wouldn't call it thin. Each to their own. At the end of the day, I'm not going to I'm not going to disparage Simon. We all get different things from different beers. I thought it was all right. I know Barry thought it was all right. Barry, who the fucking hell's Barry?
Still here, mate. Another one. I've got another one when you disappeared. So that's it.
It's for me. It's a no nonsense, no adjunct coffee stout. What more do you want from that?
With a bit of oomph.
With a bit of oomph. What's about 8.5? Is 8.5?
8.
8. Anyone else get the Cloudwater another half pack? I'm as excited as a schoolgirl at a Bieber concert to get my lip. Oh, fucking yes, another half. I've not had that. I haven't. Barry?
Great comment. I've not had it, mate, no.
My good friend and Barry's new friend really enjoyed Double Punk from Paul's Beer Reviews.
Each their own. For me, I just found the Double Punk. It done everything that the normal punk does, but the taste of it just didn't have that taste. The alcohol was too much in it for me, and it was enough to put me off the beer, really. So
I've just had a message from my friend
Wanda.
Yeah, Captain Meats Adventures, and he's just put, I'll do a video, the next beer I'll leave in the freezer and send it to you and Barry.
Brilliant.
Captain Meats, Paul's a nice bloke, nice guy. So Paul says, take it back, Captain Meat. The Germans' beers should be able to handle anything. Can't be a German or Belgian beer. Simo, since I got laid off, mate, I didn't know you got laid off. Do you know what? You fucking land back on your feet because you're a top man, and I don't like seeing shit like that. I can't even keep track of the days, just drinking whatever I feel like it. Get back on your feet, mate. Get out there. The world will get better.
I can agree, Mark.
Love from me and Wanda, mate. You're a good man. Our good friend, the legend that is Dean. Take care, guys. Thank you for coming on. And thank you for coming.
Yep.
I badgered you.
Have a chat with Dean, isn't it?
Yeah, do you know what? The three of us, and Paul and John, that have each other's backs, and I like that. I do. Do you know what? I don't trust many people, and it's nice that you can interact and know where you stand, and I like that. I do.
I don't think you'll meet anyone more down to earth than bloody Dean, will you?
Dean, do you know what? Dean was the first guy. He messaged. I messaged him on Instagram saying, "Can you give me any advice?" And he said, "We'll do a live." Me and Wanda did a live. He was a bag of nerves all day. It was bank holiday weekend, last August, and from that day on, we got on like a house on fire. Nice, shy, genuine, down to earth, honest, and no bullshit. And that's what I want. And
Genuine nice guy.
To be fair, Barry, they're none of your qualities.
Yeah. They're not yours, mate, are they?
To be fair, no. In all honesty, to be fair, exactly the same qualities you get from you, and it's nice to interact with people that you don't need to fuck around with.
Well, you don't fuck around with anyone, do you?
I say what I think, and but I don't trust people easily, and I've been through a lot of shit in my life in the last few years. But I've met some people that I think the world of. I know I take the piss out of you, but I think the world of you, mate. I think you're a cracking bloke. You're honest. You take the piss, and I'm all for that every day of the week.
Got to give it back more than you.
Yeah, absolutely. I take it. So you fucking it comes back again.
That's it. Yeah. And I'll make sure when you've had the odd tantrum that.
Oh, I do have my tantrums. That's what you get for being broken, and we're all broken. You know
I'll
that.
try and wind you up to get it out of you, but that always works.
Yeah, I know. Nice to see your Dean's beer reviews. We're going to wind it up in any second because I need to make sure one's all right. Thanks for the great review. Go and sub Beer Dog's reviews if you haven't done already. And Barry.
I'll subscribe as well, mate.
You are,
I'll have to subscribe to him because that's another new one by me. So
go find him.
And I believe he asked 6:30 Friday.
6:30 Friday. He's got Paul. He's got a lovely bum too.
No comment. Don't know that side of him.
No bullshit goes a big way. I'm up for no bullshit every day of the week. Oh, and I'm missing someone. So I sent some beer reviews I sent some beers to Barry to review, but I didn't send it to Barry. I sent him to the person with the fucking personality on Beer Barry's channel, and it's fucking Beaker, the man, the myth. Where do you want to see him? Where is he? The legend.
Where is he?
Here he comes. It's like twins. It's twins.
My missus is the opposite side of the table, laughing like fuck.
Twins.
He
Except
actually bought me this because
except Beaker's more personality, so it's not fair.
it is. Honestly, she bought me this because she goes, "That's you, that is." And I married her. Can you believe it?
And that's where I got this from, was because Dean said it. Don't forget Beaker.
Don't forget Beaker. Dean's come up.
So
mention him, I'll keep him in there. Keep him in there.
Yeah, get Beaker's. You see his fucking hair. I don't know what you're doing with him, but it looks very wrong. That's strange. That's refreshing change from drinking alone. Gonna go and see if the missus is in the mood now. Oh, good luck, mate.
Good luck.
Captain Meets Adventures is Paul on the tramp juice eating pie sandwiches tonight.
Do you know what? Yeah. Can we go back to that comment? Yesterday we had pie. Was it mash, Dan?
Yeah.
Pie, mash, and beans. Yeah. My daughter made a pie butty, and it reminded me of that stream that you had. And I did ask her what she thought of it.
Right.
And when I asked her, she hadn't actually got to the pastry bit. She'd only had like the bread with the.
Just layers, too many layers.
I never actually got a proper answer.
So I'm going to go. So I'm just going to push on just for a couple of fucking comments.
Beaker has more hair. How very rude.
And then Paul was put smashing a pork pie salami, weird texture still. And Captain Meat has just put just up to batter and dog beer reviews, brothers in beer. We're all brothers in beer.
Thank you very much, mate.
We're all brothers
up to you as well.
And my good lady, I think she got the ump on me. because I said I was only doing an hour and I've done almost 3. It's probably going to get me the ump, but Wigan kebab.
Wigan kebab.
I'll have a look at that. I'm doing a curry tomorrow, so actually tomorrow. If my fucking, I don't know what to do. If my monetization comes through again.
Oh, here he goes.
Again, because I fucking
living on plastic.
Unmonetized it. No, nothing to do with money. I've got a spice and easy curry today. I was going to either record it or do it live. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I might have a look at doing the spice and easy curry live. Adam from Mersey Beers. It's all about lasagna sandwiches.
Do you know what I do like, actually? I'll be honest with you. I like a nice mashed potato butty with gravy.
I've just seen a comment. No. That's because you can't. I've just seen a comment. Barry, you've ruined me. Right. Thomas says bye.
See you, Tom.
Beer Dog's review says cheers, mate. And then Baker moving across the screen thought it was Tintin. Private joke, you're an absolute fucker. Did you send you the Reaper? No, I haven't got the Reaper. I've got firecracker chicken, I think it is, but a medium. And I'm going to do that because what do I eat anyway? And someone's asked, Stephen Mulgrew, where's Wanda? Oh, okay. I'm not going to go into too much detail. Wanda is away dealing with her daughter who's in hospital. She's been there for a couple of weeks, and we're hoping to have her back this week at some point. So that's where that is. I don't want to go into too much detail. Mashed potato buttings.
The future. Too right, mate. They are. Don't forget the gravy and a few peas as well, maybe.
And Charles Dunn, Barry, says, Barry, I think you know. I know you somehow.
Okay. Where's he from? You say he's from Wales, but whereabouts?
He's a Welshman, is Charles. Charles is a nice guy, another nice man, lovely. What I like about our streams, no fucking knobheads. Belgium.
I'll be up there, mate.
Belgium. Paul, you're on the mashed potato butties next week. Right, I'm going to shut this down in a minute. Take it easy, run, go crash, burn, watch Netflix. Paul, you pack a small portion into a small mashed sarnie, surely would be a right mess. I feel the convenience of the sarnie has been lost in here.
No. I'll tell you what else I like. Cottage pie in a butty.
Oh, fuck off. Hope it's all well. And Charles is in Wrexham.
Wrexham! Bloody hell. That's literally Wrexham Wem. Wrexham's 14 mile from me. Wem's probably about 10. Maybe you can thingy. Buy them from Shropshire as well. So incredible. Amazing, isn't it?
Stephen Mulgrew. Right. That's me done.
Okie dokie, mate. Nice to catch up with you.
And make sure my good lady's all right in Great Ormond Street. Thanks ever so much for Dean earlier coming on. Thanks ever so much for Barry.
Don't thank me, mate. It's a pleasure.
If you ever subscribe to Barry, go and give him some love. And I'm sure we will see you very soon.
Thank you, everyone.
Cheers, Pat.
Cheers, Scott. Ta-da, mate.
Ta-da, mate.